Oh man, I watched YouTube for over 2 hours this evening after I got home. And the reason, even though I have a ton of books on my Kindle, and I've been downloading more books than I could possibly read as I continue to get recommendations from YouTube usually about what book to check out, and I'm just downloading them for free on my Kindle. But the reason that I ended up binging YouTube was because my wrists, especially my left wrist, but my right wrist is also hurting too, are hurting. So I've been icing them like the doctor told me to. And when I'm icing my wrists, I can't hold anything while I'm icing it. So I just I rest the ice on like a frozen strawberry pack on my lap, and then I rest my wrists on top of the frozen strawberries, and then I just watch YouTube, and that's what I spent the past 2 hours. Now I'm in bed, and Muffin is keeping me company. Mochi and Tigger are downstairs. So, yeah, I watched a fair bit of videos. I watched a fair bit on exercise videos, realizing that maybe I'm doing too many. I haven't been able to go to the lift anything because of my wrists, and within the last week, especially also with my tattoo removal. You're not supposed to work out and exercise and heat up your body during the tattoo removal period of the laser removal. A week following the laser removal. This is session number 2. So I did it on Monday, today's Sunday, so it's been a week, so I could start working out tomorrow. It's just, I have to be careful about my wrist, so that's a problem. But, yeah, I've been realizing, watching some videos on YouTube, that maybe I'm spending too much time doing all these isolation exercises, and it takes a lot of time because you're only working like one muscle per exercise. But the trick to working out efficiently is doing all these, and this is what I used to do in the past, compound exercises: push-ups, pull-ups, dips, and I guess generally they say push-ups, pull-ups, dips, overhead press, squats, deadlifts. But step-ups are also really good. I found, according to research, step-ups are the best glute exercises, more than hip thrusts and squats. So if you want bigger bum, then do step-up exercises, weighted step-ups, and do them slowly, one leg up and down at a time. I've been doing that before I started going to the gym. I bought a step and a 12-inch step and was doing step-ups just single leg at a time until failure, super slowly, 4 seconds up, 4 seconds down. But that step has just been sitting in a room just collecting dust because I haven't used it. And also I've gone to the gym instead of working out at home. But yeah, push-ups, pull-ups, dips, overhead press, step-ups. Maybe that's all I should be focusing on instead of all these isolation exercises like curls and lateral raises. So I've been thinking about that once my wrists get a bit better, and I've been doing some of the wrist stretches thanks to my gym friend who instructed me how to stretch my wrists on all fours, getting down on my knees and stretching my wrists. So been doing that, and since haven't gone to the gym in the past 2 weeks, I really should get back into it. Just gotta be super careful, since my wrist has been bad since last year, on and off. So that's a hassle, but I guess that's just what happens when you're in your 30s. Or I don't know. I don't know if it's because it's in my 30s. I never had a wrist problem in my 20s, so I'm getting old. I'm getting so old. Not really, but my body's breaking down a bit. it's not recovering fully. Like, what the hell is a year? A wrist problem going on for over a year? And he thought it healed, and then it just acts up again, and it feels sprained, and I have to rest. It's just so frustrating. But the reason I'm filming like this again on my phone is I watched the same guy that I saw like over a month or two ago, a few months ago maybe, on YouTube, who was like, blowing up on YouTube is easy. All you gotta do is post yourself for 15 to 20 minutes. And I was like, I showed his video in the previous video, and I said, that's not how YouTube has worked for me. It took me about 2 years of uploading regularly in order to become monetized. He was like, you'll become monetized in a month. You'll start making earning money in a month. And I was like, it's not that easy. YouTube is not that easy. But this video, he said the same thing, but he also added a more specific instruction. He said, talk about work. If you're an Amazon worker, talk about how much you earn working at Amazon. Talk about how much your bills are, how you're paying your bills. Talk about what are your struggles in life and how you're paying your bills and struggling to survive. Talk about work, and talk about that again and again and again. Every day, upload every single day for 15 to 20 minutes. And I guess it was his wife who was standing next to him, was like, oh, and if you can help people, like, if you like cooking, talk about cooking videos. And he was like, nope, don't talk about cooking, talk about work. Cooking videos won't get you views. If you're working, talk about your bills, talk about how much you earn, talk about work. Talk about everyday work life. Don't just post whatever you want, post what works. And I'm telling you, this is what works. And that's coming from his experience. And I guess there are examples where he is right, like the 7-Eleven guy. I don't know if you've seen him, Ian, on YouTube. He's gone absolutely viral, showing his life working at 7-Eleven. Over 200,000 subscribers right now. Although, in the latest video I saw of him, he was feeling pretty down and not thinking about even stopping uploading YouTube, because everyone has an opinion now that he's gone viral. Everyone that is close to him, like his mom or even old people who are reaching out to him saying, yo, I saw you on YouTube, you're blowing up, and they all have an opinion on what he should do on his channel. And anyways, he was also fed up with the negative comments. And so, well, he was struggling with that after going viral. So yeah, that's not good. But the reason I bring him up is because he is an example of a guy who is talking and showing his work life at 7-Eleven, and he's 30 years old or something like that, so just a few years younger than me. I guess in that case, talking about your job, working at some minimum wage job at a certain age, yeah, that probably has more appeal than, I don't know, a guy like me, a NEET, not an employment, education, or training. Trying to make YouTube a full-time thing, but not working a job right now, and hasn't for quite a few years. The last thing that I was doing to earn money other than YouTube was tutoring math. So that was stopped during the pandemic in 2020. But yeah, I guess having a job, talking about your job, yeah, I'm sure my titles would be way more clickbaity if I said, I'm working a minimum wage job as blank as a 34-year-old, and that would be way more clickbaity than a jobless, neat 34-year-old. So, yeah. That's something to consider. There's just some things I have to figure out in terms of before I consider applying to jobs in terms of finances. There's some things I have to deal with first, but yeah. Once that gets sorted out, I have really no excuse to try working. I can just start part-time. Since I graduated from electrical engineering, but I don't think I'll work as an engineer. Even when after I graduated, I applied to all the consulting firms in Toronto as well as the power firms, because I did some co-ops at the power industry. I applied to all of those. I applied to quite a few jobs. Anything that I could find as an entry-level engineer, and I didn't get hired at the time. I didn't get a single interview. And that was after I graduated. It was a year or two after I graduated, because when I graduated, I was depressed from post-mania after a manic episode back in 2014. So 2015, 2016 is when I started applying, and I didn't get a single interview for an engineering job, even through a classmate, an engineering classmate and friend forwarded my resume to her power company, and yeah, they just weren't interested. So considering I couldn't get a job back then, I don't think I can get an engineering job right now. Yeah. I think I want to try. I don't want to do a desk job anyways. Something a bit more social than a desk job, but also not a call center, which I've done, where the customers call and complain about their internet not working. Oh boy, that was stressful at times. Sometimes it was very pleasant and they were very friendly, and we would have lovely conversations, and they would share stuff about their life. All these typically older people probably in their 60s, 70s, 80s. I would have some amazing calls where people even wanted to keep in touch with me, or they were just giving me all these tips of whether it was through work or different, that you should try tourism industry if you're interested in earning a lot of money over the summer, or just these friendly chats where I had a lovely time speaking to these generally older people. But then you'd have the completely horrible calls where they're just yelling and shouting at you, and you're just on the receiving end of being lashed out at because they're frustrated about their internet service. So yeah, that was super stressful, and that was the last job I had before my last manic episode, which ended me in the psych ward again for the third time back in 2018. So I've been no incident since then. No manic episodes since, or psychosis since 18, but I got better in 2019. So 2019 it was many months before I got out and recovered. But 2019 onwards, followed with depression, but as I reduced the medication, as I recovered and reduced the medication to a lowest amount that I can go on while still functioning and not going AWOL again, manic again. Yeah, it's been 6 years now. 6 years of no incidents, so.
6 years have passed since that horrendous incident.
I'm happy about that. So, I'm not gonna go manic again, that's the plan, because it's so devastating, so I will get a job that is not a desk job as an engineer, but something that is more social, where I interact with people, but not dealing with frustrated customers. Maybe I was thinking it would be a really chill job if I could work at the gym that I go to. Just greet people, fold towels, just do some chores here and there that need some cleaning or whatever, and just greeting people. I thought that would be a good job. Not too stressful. It would be part-time, and hopefully I wouldn't have to do it late at night. Hopefully I could do it. Maybe I'd have to do it in the early morning. I don't know. If they're probably not hiring right now, because I see a lot of new faces, so they probably hired a lot of people recently. But yeah, that was an idea that I had, working at a gym. I think it would be way less stressful than working at a restaurant, which is really fast-paced and demanding. And so something a bit more chill, but still a bit of social. You're saying hi to people. I think just any mini interaction that you have consistently, that's social job, compared to sitting at your desk on your computer alone, not interacting with anyone but meetings or managers or what have you. I would say that's an antisocial job for the most part. So, all right, well, I guess that's what I have in mind right now. So, it's getting late. What time is it? It is 10:33 p.m. right now on a Sunday night. I think today's March 9th. So, let's start Monday. I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow. You know what? I think I can, if I'm really careful, I can do some pulling exercises. I don't think I can do pushing exercises with my wrist, but I can probably do some pull-ups. I can probably do step-ups with weights. I could probably work around my wrist. So let's go to the gym tomorrow morning and start the week off strong. My goal will be to hit the gym 3 times this coming week. Yeah. If anything, I'll try an exercise. If the wrist is uncomfortable, I'll stop immediately. I can work around it. So it's not acute, well, it's still acute pain, but I'll work around it. So, okay, let's start off the week strong. Let's do this. Here comes the pet montage. 1% better every day, baby. Mochi and Tigger looking outside. It was warm and sunny today. Oh, above freezing. Muffin, why do you look so cute? Look at his little paws. Little paws. So cute. Oh man, look at this platter of all these different things to dip with the bread in.